Well guys, I've officially finished another year of college, so I'm on my summer break once again. Yeah, and I know that the campus seniors are going through their graduation right now. Not me, I'm only a junior, I still have 1 year left. But as for the high schoolers, I know you guys still have like over a month left. My sisters also have a month left because they're still in high school. And one of the great things that high school seniors get to do is leave a quote in the yearbook.
Yeah, look at my yearbook photo. There's a little handsome face right there.
And I quoted Julius Caesar's phrase, "I came, I saw, I conquered." But that's what we'll be talking about today. We will be reacting to some of the funniest senior yearbook quotes. Now, I know mine wasn't particularly funny, but these ones really are, and I really enjoy looking these up on the internet. I see it as a great opportunity for seniors to finish off with a 1 year mark. So without further ado, let's dive in. First one is by Amith Mandavili. Before we continue, I'm going to attempt to pronounce names correctly, alright? I only speak English, and even that is very poor at times. Amith Mandavili says, "I am not a myth, I am a legend." Nice wordplay. And do you consider yourself a legend because you're good at playing that drum there? Really must be impressing the ladies. Alexandra Garcia says, "I'm actually not funny, I'm just really mean and people think I'm joking." Is that a confession that you were the school bully? For all I know, she could just be doing reverse psychology on jokes, where people think that you're mean but you're just joking. But I guess there are limits on when you can make a joke before you actually sound mean. Okay, who is this? It seems her name has been blotted out. I spent 113,880 hours of my life for a paper and a handshake. I think she's saying that all those years of school were just a waste of time if she's just gonna get a handshake and receive a diploma. Actually, I think one of my classmates actually used this for his senior quote.
Yeah, there we go, Cameron. He said that right there.
Man, if that's the accurate math she used, I'm impressed. Jessica and Cecil says, "Why fall in love when you can fall asleep?" I see where her priorities are. I guess she's basically saying that she's had enough of relationships and is going to spend more time on herself. And I'm kind of like that myself. I mean, I've never actually had a relationship, but I'm not ready for one yet. I want to spend more time on myself before I get there. And I do also enjoy a little nap here and then. Catherine Andrews Henderson, "I was planned." Rebecca Andrews Henderson, "I was not." Twin trouble. So they're basically saying that their parents were only expecting one of them and not anticipating twins. Let's hope they didn't cause any maltreatment towards them. Dylan Moore and Zachary Moore, twins again? Dylan says, "Are you Zach?" Almost everyone. And Zach said, "Are you Dylan?" Everyone else. So I'm assuming these are identical twins because they look a lot alike. And I think that's why everyone confuses them for each other, because they look like each other. Michelle Ho says, "I've been a hoe my whole life." She's saying that because her last name is Ho. Okay, I'm pretty sure she's not a prostitute. But then again, she dressed so little that she does look like a prostitute almost. Jacob says, "Don't put anything stupid for your senior quote, Mom." Hey, your mom just advised you to not put anything stupid. She didn't mean to use that for your senior quote. But sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. Dominion Sparks said, "I got kicked out of Hogwarts for using black magic." Oh, spoiler alert, he's black. I'm just gonna make an assumption and guess he was just using wordplay for this. Faison Graham was released from his 4-year sentence. So he obviously thought that high school was like a prison sentence. And I like the way he did it. He tried using his name as the beginning of a sentence. Ankit Jain says, "I am not a vegetarian because I love animals. I am a vegetarian because I hate plants." Okay, so you eat the plants because you don't want to see them anymore? Now, most vegetarians are so because they don't want to eat meat, so I would have thought that he liked animals. But if he doesn't like plants, I think he's kind of torturing himself. I'm not even gonna try and pronounce this guy's name. I would like to thank my arms for always being by my side, my legs for always supporting me, and finally my finger because I could always count on them. Ultimate dad joke alert here. Nick Jenkins says, roses are red, violets are blue. I'm black. So I thought this guy was gonna do some poetry, but he's just listed colors. Max Crankshaw says, I like my coffee how I like my women. I don't like coffee. Well, Max, I'm kind of with you there because I'm not a coffee drinker myself. And as for the women, I'm just not looking for a relationship right now. Nothing personal. So this girl says, makeup looks pretty on the outside, but it doesn't help if you're ugly on the inside. Unless you eat the makeup. No, it does not. 1, don't try eating makeup, guys. 2nd, eating makeup is not going to help with an ugly personality. All that you can do is fix your personality. Looks are fleeting, but personality is forever. Irfan Imthias? I don't know how it's pronounced. I had to put my grades up for adoption because I couldn't raise them. So he's basically saying he didn't do the best at school. Alice Nguyen, Kim Nguyen, Teresa Nguyen, and Vivian Nguyen. We are not related. I get why people would think they're related because they have the same last name, and they do kind of look alike if you ask me.
That's racist!
But I gotta say, that is some strategic thinking there. Each of them taking one word of the sentence, and of course they would be listed in alphabetical order. They would have to know all of that if they were going to plan this. A+ for clever thinking. Tyler Bentley says, you're laughing because I'm laughing, but I'm laughing because I farted. So with someone that finds farts funny, huh? I remember when I was a little kid, and my sisters and I used to think that burps and farts were the funniest things. Every time one of us would burp or fart, we would laugh hysterically. But that was many years ago. We've all moved on. Seth Egan. That wasn't like High School Musical at all. Well, what do you expect from a series of fictional movies? That everybody was just gonna break out into a music number once in a while? Jessica Lee says, fluorine, uranium, carbon, potassium, bismuth, technetium, helium, sulfur, thulium, oxygen, neon, yttrium? Is she like a science major or something? Oh, I get it. So she's trying to mean the symbols that these chemicals go by in the periodic table, and when you go by that, she's saying this. Don't recommend it, but it is a little clever. Ethan Smith. If idiots could fly, this place would be an airport. So he's saying this school was full of idiots. Mitchell Weiland. Remember to always be yourself. Unless you suck, then pretend to be someone else. I definitely agree with him on the first part. But I suggest more working on yourself until you actually become a better person, then you can feel free and be yourself. Stephen Elgin and Christian Falcon. The next quote is a lie. The previous quote is telling the truth. Okay, so we got a bit of an enigma here. So if he's saying the next quote is a lie, and we assume that that next quote is a lie, but it says the previous quote is telling the truth, that means that the previous quote was telling a lie, which means that he was actually telling the truth all along, and yeah, that's an enigma. Wait a minute, I found the loophole! They weren't making their own quotes, they were quoting each other. So if you flip the quotes around to the ones who were actually saying it, so when Steve would say the previous quote was telling the truth, he was referring to the quote that came before his, and when Christian said the next quote was a lie, he's talking about the quote that came after his. Therefore, they wouldn't be contradicting each other. There's my answer. I don't know if it's the right one, but at least I found a way to crack the code. Martin Alvarado. I am a senior, but I say fresh man. Get it? 'Cause freshman? Okay, if you don't know by now, freshman is the youngest grade you can be for high school, and senior is the oldest. But man, we got a few good dad jokes here today. Ryan Pierre says, all y'all fake. Dang, Ryan. I mean, look at you right now. You're all dressed up and you're smiling and you're saying that. You're kind of looking fake yourself, man. He's just sitting there like, all y'all fake. But the struggle is real, Ryan. I try looking for genuine people too. Alexis Levister, they say you are what you eat, but I don't remember eating a goat. Really? So you're hunting goats now? And do your friends really consider you the greatest of all time? That's what GOAT stands for. I mean, if you are, congratulations, but if you're not, like Ryan said, all y'all fake. Derek Glover. Every day in high school, I was looking for snacks, not knowing I was the snack all along. I guess he's basically saying that he was looking for girls, but all the girls were looking for him. Tell me who let my senior quote slide into the yearbook. Tori Lenkler. You can't choose your father, but you can choose your daddy. Okay, if you don't know what that means by now, I think she's saying you can't choose who your parents are, but you can choose who you have your kids with. But if we're going with the actual words, I can relate. I do have my father, but he can be a real piece of shit at times. Fortunately, I do have more of a father figure and role model in my grandpa, so there's something to go by. Vincent Arciaga. You're an Asian, not a Bayesian. My dad. What is with all the dad jokes today? I'm impressed. But man, we got some strict parents here today. I mean, only accepting A's, not everyone's that good of a student. I have heard stereotypes that Asian parents are very strict, but I can't say with accuracy how true that is. Last one, we have Suchi Patel. I'm just going to say her name is Suchi, alright? Aww, they got a little baby photo of her too. How cute. Sushi gang, sushi gang, sushi gang, sushi gang. Why did I find that so funny? Man, everyone's with the wordplay today. I guess that's one thing to celebrate. I mean, you found a clever use for your name. Man, I was surprised by some of the savagery in those quotes. And with those smiles, too, it just seems like they can get away with it. I think that's what they were after. But that's going to do it all for now. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. It really helps the channel out. And I will see you all in the next video. Peace.